What's up? Good Saturday morning. I know, kind of reminds me of that one Saturday morning. Anybody grow up watching One Saturday Morning? Well, anyway, we are a day late. I am sorry about that, but I'm glad we're able to connect this morning. This past week, this past Sunday even, we talked about how in First John 2, we see three tricks Satan wants to use just to trip us up in life, to distract us from God, to cool down our love for Him. And he comes at people the same way over again. It's lust of the flesh, lust of the eye, pride of life. It's passions, it's possessions, and today we're talking the pride of life, that's positions. And throughout Scripture, we see people being tripped up with the pride of life. Even through the Old Testament, what we see is the people of Israel again and again and again falling into the worship of this false god of Baal. And it was all about what can we get from him and attaining power and human attainment. That was what Baal promised. We still see people chasing those things today. So we have to ask, how do we overcome pride of life? And the way we overcome pride of life is by growing in humility. By growing in humility. And out of all of the ones we could grow in, this is probably the most important. Because Scripture says that God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Let me tell you, if there's anyone you don't want opposing you, it is the God of the universe. I don't want him opposing you. I want him giving you your grace. We have to be people who are growing in humility. And I heard a quote, and it's that a man's face can't fall from that position. When we're trying to build ourselves up and be something great, man, we've seen people come crashing down. But when we're already on our face, all that can happen is God can lift us up. And so you say, well, what is humility? And I'll tell you, humility is not thinking less of yourself. Some people think I'm humble because I think I'm a terrible person. That's not humility. That's false humility. Humility is not thinking of yourself less. It's thinking, humility is not thinking less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less. So when we get to the point that we're not thinking about what do they think of me? What will they think of me? What can I get from this? But we're thinking, how can I just serve Jesus and love people? John the Baptist is a great example of humility. When he says, John 3:30, John says, he must become greater. Jesus must become greater, and I must become less. That's the model we want to follow with our humility also. We are lifting Jesus up, not ourselves. He is the one that needs to be greater in our lives and in any ministry involvement we have, whatever we can. We're lifting him up. That's the goal. Now, humility is ending here is cool because it's our springboard into our next series. So starting this Sunday morning, tomorrow, we are starting a series called Emptied. We're going to be looking at Jesus and really digging in to try to understand his sacrifice that he made for us. And we'll be looking at Philippians 2 for that. And we're told our attitude should be the same as him. And we're told that he humbled himself. So we're going to start digging into that passage tomorrow. I hope you can join us. We'll go live about 8:55 in the morning. The service officially starts at 9 o'clock. I'd love for you to invite your friends, invite your family, anybody you can. Make sure you click share when you see us go live. That all helps us be able to get the gospel out to as many people as possible. Thank you for joining us this morning. I hope that walking through these three things has been encouraging for you. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.